Welcome to the Instagram Stories Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Normally on the weekend, there's not Instagram news, so I pick some other topic. However, this weekend there is Instagram news, so let's go with that. First, the CEO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, posted in his Instagram broadcast channel that they are testing out new Instagram features. The first is that people can share a song in an Instagram note. If you're not familiar, Instagram notes are on the DM screen. You can write up to 60 characters of a message there. So they are testing out being able to add a song there and also to add a song to photo carousels. Photo carousels are when you make a post that has a number of pictures that you swipe through. He also added that it is available in a few countries with more to come. And then he put a demonstration video of what sharing a song in a note looks like. Let's think about this for a quick second. I've been talking about the Instagram notes like we used the AOL Instant Message Away status, where you could write your favorite song lyrics in there. Now being able to add a song to it adds a completely different level. I really like this concept. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. If you do not follow Mark Zuckerberg's broadcast channel, don't worry. I'll tell you about the highlights and all the things you need to know on this show. In other news, Instagram is testing out a new option that will help brands discover relevant UGC in the app that they can share as examples to better promote their products in the feed. Let's talk briefly about UGC. If you're not familiar and you haven't heard me talk about it before, UGC is user-generated content. This means that people who are your customers create content and then you share that on your own feed as a business. It's sort of like an influencer, except instead of having the influencer share that content on their own feed, you as the business or product manufacturer share it on your own feed. In the screenshot that I am looking at, which I will share in the show notes, it says add user-generated content, UGC, to your shop. Engage customers by featuring photos and videos from the community in your shop. Instagram has a help page all about UGC where they explain that when a user tags a brand in a post, that brand will have the ability to request permission to feature their products in that post. Users that tag your business will likely appreciate that your brand would like to feature its products in their content. It will also allow their content to surface on brand-owned spaces, such as the product's PDP or your shop on Instagram. If you're not familiar with UGC, either as a content creator who creates UGC for brands, or you're a brand or store and you are not utilizing the content that people are creating, or you've never hired anyone to create content, user-generated content is a great way to get images and videos for your feed. This way you don't have to keep coming up with ideas and content on your own. Get somebody else to do it who actually really likes your product. It's a great way to get all of this together and make your life significantly easier. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do a little bit of news about Instagram shops, so stick around.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
And we're back. In other Instagram news, Meta announced today that it will be phasing out the onboarding of new shops without Facebook and Instagram checkout enabled. Here's what that means. Shops that direct people to an e-commerce site to complete a purchase, instead of allowing people to make a purchase directly through Facebook or Instagram, will no longer be accessible. Here's the quote from the blog post that Instagram made about this. Quote, in the US, we will focus on helping businesses add checkout to their shop. To ease the transition, we will continue to support shops that link to a website until April 24th, 2024. In select markets where we see a future opportunity to introduce checkout, we'll continue to support shops that link to a website to make the transition as easy as possible. All other markets will no longer be able to host a shop on their Facebook or Instagram page or use product tagging in posts beginning on August 10th, 2023. End quote. Okay, so what does this mean? If you are going to create a store on Instagram, you have to use Commerce Manager or Shopify, because those are the only two options to check out on Facebook and Instagram. I will link to an article explaining more so you can check this out in case you do have a store or you wanted to set one up. These are important details. That is going to do it for today's show. We're going to do Mosseri Monday on Monday, and then on Tuesday, I'm going to share more of the audio clip from the CEO of TikTok, Shou Chew, so be sure to come back for that. As always, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you've got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.